What's up guys, David here, and welcome back to another video. So if you can remember yesterday I asked for 30 likes by midnight, and I ended up getting exactly 30 likes by midnight, so thanks for support on the last video. I ended up getting the like target, so I've got the Europa League predictions video today. This is actually the second time recording this video, because my camera battery's died, which is very annoying. It seems to happen a lot. My camera batteries always seem to die. Yeah, so if you guys do enjoy this video, please do drop a like on it. It takes 1 second and it'll make my day, so that would be great if you could do that. Also, comment down below your predictions and your thoughts here, like if you agree with my decisions or if you disagree with me, and yeah, make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. Also, I'm not going to be able to predict all these groups just because some of the teams I don't have a clue about, I've never heard of, because there's a lot of random teams in the Europa League, to be honest, so I'm not going to be able to predict all of them just because I have no idea on the teams. So starting off with Group A, that has United, and then they're joined by Feyenoord and Fenerbahce. Then the other team is a random team which I have no idea. They're from Ukraine, so no, I've never heard of them before. Obviously, United got a very difficult group there, to be honest. Just for the Europa League, it's a very difficult group because Fenerbahce is a difficult place to go to Turkey. Then there's Feyenoord as well, who aren't a bad team, and they've got to go to Ukraine away as well. So they've got some difficult away trips, definitely. Really, but with the United's team, you'd have to expect them to win the group just because they got like Pogba, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. They've got so many good players at the moment. I definitely think United will win this group, but I think they'll be followed by Fenerbahce. Then I'm going to say Feyenoord. Then the Ukrainian team in last. Group B has Olympiacos, Astana, Young Boys and Apoel. Now I think Olympiacos should definitely be topping this group just because they've been in the Champions League for quite a few years running now, so I think they should definitely top the group just because they've just been doing very well, really, just consistently getting the Champions League or the Europa League for the last for ages, really. Also, I've seen Young Boys in the Europa League quite a lot as well, so I think they'll be able to grab second in this group. Then I'm going to say Apoel, then Astana. In Group C we've got Mainz, Saint Etienne, Anderlecht, and a team I've never heard of are called Quabola. I'm guessing I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I may as well try. So this group really isn't that bad, to be honest, just because there's 3 pretty decent teams in there. Anderlecht aren't a bad side, then Mainz and Saint Etienne, they aren't too bad as well, because they've managed to get in the top 5 or 6 in their leagues, which is pretty difficult leagues as well, so they've done quite well to get to the Europa League. I think Anderlecht should really be topping this group just because they've been in the Champions League the last few years as well. They've always been a good team, really. They've always been up there in the Europa League or the Champions League. So I'm going to say Anderlecht in first, then I'm going to say Saint Etienne, then Mainz, and then Quabola. Now Group D has Dundalk in it, which I'm really hoping that they do well in the Europa League. I don't think they will just because they've got a very difficult group here. So I'm really hoping that they do well in the Europa League. They're joined by AZ Alkmaar, Zenit and Maccabi Tel Aviv. Now Zenit will definitely be favourites to this group just because they've been in the Champions League for the last few years, and they're just a very good side, really. Then also Maccabi Tel Aviv, I think it was last year, it might have been the year before, they were in a group with Chelsea, I remember, in the Champions League, so I think that was the first time they've ever been in the Champions League, but, you know, they've shown that they can get into the Champions League, so I think they should at least finish above Dundalk, I reckon, in the Europa League. Then AZ Alkmaar, I don't know much about these, but they come from Holland, so they're not a bad side. I think they might have finished 3rd in the Dutch League, or 3rd or 4th in the Dutch League, so they're not a bad side, really. So I'm going to say in first Zenit, then I'm going to say AZ Alkmaar, then Maccabi Tel Aviv, then Dundalk, unfortunately. Now Group E, I don't really know 3 of the 4 teams in the group. I know Roma, obviously, they're a good side. They've been in the Champions League before, and yeah, they should definitely top the group easily, really, just because the teams in their group just don't look great, to be honest. The other team in it is Astra, and I think they might have been the team that beat West Ham. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure they did, though. So the other 2 teams are Victoria Pilsen and Austria Vienna. So I'm just going to predict randomly. I'm just going to say Roma in first. That's that kind of really should happen, to be honest. So I'm going to say Astra, just so I think they beat West Ham, and then Victoria Pilsen, then the other team in last. Now Group F has a few decent teams in it. Athletic Bilbao are a decent side. They did quite well in the Europa League last year, so they're a decent side. They're joined by Sassuolo as well. I don't know if I've said that right or not, but they're in the Serie A, and they did quite well last season as well. So there's 2 decent teams in that group, definitely. And they're joined by Genk and Rapid Vienna. So I think it'll be a battle for first between Sassuolo and Athletic Bilbao, but I think Athletic Bilbao just edge it for me just because they have a very strong team, to be honest. They did well in the Europa League last year, and they're doing well in Liga BBVA as well. So I'm saying Athletic Bilbao, Sassuolo, then Genk, then Rapid Vienna. So Group G has 4 very solid teams. I have Ajax, Panathinaikos, Celta Vigo and Standard Liège. Now Ajax are a very decent side. Obviously, I've seen over the last ages, really, we've seen Ajax do very well, and I think they should really be getting through this group, to be honest. They finished 2nd in the Dutch League, they've challenged PSV all the way, and I think they really should be going through in this group. Also, Celta Vigo are a very good side as well, just because they did well in the Serie A last season. I think they've got a very good chance as well, but obviously they lost Nolito as well as a decent player for them. So first I'm going to say Ajax, then Celta Vigo, then Panathinaikos, then Standard Liège. In Group H there's a few alright teams in there. Shakhtar Donetsk, which is definitely a very good team. Then Ghent and Braga also aren't too bad as well. Then the other team I've never heard of before, they call it Konyaspor or something. I've probably completely messed up their name. Never heard of them in my life, so I don't really know how to really judge them, to be honest. I think Shakhtar are a very decent side, to be honest. They have quite a few decent players. I have like Bernardo, I've seen there. They had Alex Teixeira, who left them in the end for China. They do have a few decent players. So I'm going to say they're in first, then I'm going to say Braga, who's had a few decent Europa Leagues, I think, over the last few years. I think they got to the quarter-final one year, so I'm going to predict them in second. Then Ghent, and then the team who I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce again. I'm just going to put them in last, because I don't really want to say the name again, to be honest. Now, Group J is another interesting group for names anyway. You have Fiorentina, who are really the only well-known team in this group. The other team is PAOK, who I have heard of before, and then the other two I just have no idea. I'm gonna try and pronounce them though. The other team is FC Slovan Liberec, and that's probably completely wrong. I'm sorry for that, but don't really know these teams, to be honest. The other team is Qualabag FK, and never heard of them as well. So I'm obviously gonna have to go Fiorentina in first, just because I know them and they're a pretty decent side as well, so I'm gonna go for them in first. Then I'm gonna say PAOK in second, and I don't really care about the other two because I have no idea. Probably one of them ended up shocking us and then ended up getting to the knockout stages. Now the next one is one with another English team in it, which is Southampton. They're joined by Inter Milan, so two pretty decent teams in that group. They'll definitely be fighting it out for the top spot. They're joined by Sparta Prague, who are another not bad side. I think they've been in the Europa League quite a few years as well, so they're joined by a very experienced team as well. Now the other team's Hapoel Beersheva. So I reckon Inter Milan and Southampton will be battling it out for first. I reckon Inter Milan will just edge it for me, and they'll get first, and Southampton will just be closely behind them in second. Then I'm going to say Sparta Prague, and then Beersheva in last. Now the last group is another interesting group for names again, really. Most of these teams in the Europa League I've never really heard of. They're all from the lower down nations, really. But the only team I do really know in that is Villarreal. Then there's FC Zurich. I think I may have just completely messed up their name. I think they're from Sweden. I've seen them before as well. Those are the only two teams I've actually heard of in this group. The other team is Steaua Bucharest. I think that's how I say it. I think that might be right, actually. Quite proud of that pronunciation. Hopefully I pronounced it right. Then the last team is Osman Lispor. That's probably completely wrong as well. So in this group I'm just going to predict Villarreal in first, and then Zurich in second, then I don't really know the other two teams, so I can't really predict them anywhere. So yeah guys, this is about the end of this video. I've probably messed up about half the team's names in the Europa League, but so anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, please do drop a like on it and comment down below your predictions and if the pronunciation of it, if you know it, because I don't have any idea for most of these teams. So this is about the end of the video, so I hope you've enjoyed. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.